हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू आवर यूट्यूब चैनल वंदे मातरम। सब्सक्राइब करिए हमारे इस चैनल को और बेल आइकन को दबाकर हमारे वीडियोस देखिए सबसे पहले और बिल्कुल फ्री।
Soviet model went off, and then this sheer concentration on economic reforms, that is not going to produce electoral success. And in a democracy, you have to factor that in also, that you got to win elections to continue the thing. But after that, I found that there are certain new institutions that were set in place, which has made the problem of black money even more untractable. One is this Mauritius route. And the Mauritius route, according to Professor, is not due to the Congress, but due to the NDA of Atal Bihari Vajpayee and Mr. Yashwant Sinha. So next time he comes here to give a speech, please ask him. After reading his book, I'm not saying this, you're saying this. So use his book and say, this is what is said, is it true? It is a fact that Mauritius was given a special status, that anything of a Mauritius company will be exempt from taxes. For example, in BSE, anyone makes a capital gains, I think you charge 25% or something like that. What is the charge for capital gains in Bombay stocks? Sure. But if your company is registered in Mauritius, zero. Plus, this participatory notes was also introduced, which I have been fighting to abolish, quite a long way, but not enough. Where black money goes out, converts into through Hawala to bank deposits, and then the cash is put before the counters of Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs. They give you a participatory note. You come here, trade in the stock market, and no capital gains tax, and the money becomes white, and you take it back. So these are the ones which have made it profitable to earn on black money. The portion that you don't send abroad ends up distorting your investment priorities. You buy luxuries, you buy marble, you buy air conditioners, you go to 5-star hotels. All these get a higher rate of return, so future investment goes into it. Our investment directly, indirectly today, 70% allocated to luxury goods industry, not for the common man's industries. Whatever the common man needs gets only 30%. This is because the demand for black money is such that the luxury goods industries are prepared. Then there is another problem. You convert your black money through the Hawala route. That means Dubai. Dubai means Dawood. Dawood means without his patronage, no Hawala operator can operate in Dubai. That is why all these cinema stars go and pay obeisance to him. And then he gets all the data, which bank account, what number, everything, an amount, the identity of the person, and that is passed on to Pakistan. With this vital information, any country can blackmail you. And that blackmail process is going on. Now it's slowly coming out. We are not seeing it in Indian politicians yet. But what is this Moin Qureshi matter? They didn't prosecute it for such a long time. The CBI director himself was purchased by Moin Qureshi. Now we're prosecuting them. I will say one thing, if you don't mind my doing propaganda, for all that is said against BJP today, the Congress party has not been able to name a single minister of the central government who is corrupt or has filed a case against him. Some people say, why don't you file? I said, why should I file? I file against Congress, Congress should file against us. That's the way democracy works. Why should I file against my own people? First of all, you identify who is the one who's corrupt, then I can at least discuss with you. But they cannot understand. I have asked them, each congressman directly, name one corrupt BJP minister. They are not able to. This is the first time since 1947 when we don't have corrupt ministers in the central government. Nehru had Krishna Menon, Nehru had Rafi Ahmad Kidwai, Nehru had so many corrupt people. Indira Gandhi, starting with Indira Gandhi, the corruption had started. So this is a new development. And that's why certain things are happening which never happened before. The Moin Qureshi's examples there. Mr. Chidambaram is just outside the doors of TR jail. It's only today the Supreme Court had gone and asked for an early listing of the matter because the court is monitoring the. And his son, of course, has got 21 bank accounts abroad. A huge mansion jointly owned with Chidambaram in the city of Cambridge in England. Huge mansion. And God knows what all assets they have. Similarly, Sonia Gandhi, Prime Minister in his speeches says they are both out on bail. Who got them on bail? It was I, National Herald. It was not the government of India. It's I who filed a private complaint. And in the private complaint, a summons was issued. And then I prima facie proved the charges, so the court arrested them. And then they asked for bail. I did not object because if they had gone to jail just for, without a final conviction, then there would have been bhajan mandalis outside their jail to make them heroes and heroines. And all the upkeep and all these problems. So it's better to wait till the conviction. And look at, let me repeat to you what National Herald case is. It's the biggest fraud perpetrated in modern corporate history. National Herald was published by a company called Associated Journals, which was set up in 1937 at 10 rupees a share. Jawaharlal Nehru bought only one share, and all others like Acharya Narendra Dev, Rafi Ahmad Kidwai, etc., Kailash Nath Kharju, etc., etc., they bought 100 shares, 20 shares like that. And Jawaharlal Nehru was chosen as chairman by them all. There were 10 persons as required under 10 or 11 persons as required under the Societies Act. And they became a company. And it ran during the freedom struggle. It got a lot of money because people wanted to know. After Jawaharlal Nehru became Prime Minister, then they got a lot of money, a lot of property. In the end, in 2008, they had 5,000 crores worth of property, but had a debt of 90 crores, which they claimed was owned by Congress Party. That is, Congress Party had given them 90 crores over the years, and that was an unpaid debt, and they couldn't pay, which is a lie, because you have 5,000 crores of worth of property, you can certainly sell some of it and pay 90 crores. They closed it down. Having closed it down, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi formed a company called Young Indian, private limited company. 80% of the shares owned by the mother and son. And then they passed a resolution with other directors present, Motilal Vora, Oscar Fernandez and two others, Sam Petroda and Suman Dubey, and say that we should try and acquire National Herald Company, Associated Journals. So Motilal Vora, director of the Young Indian, should go and talk to the Congress Party and say that your 90 crores cannot be now because the company is closed down. So we are giving you 50 lakhs. It's a 5 lakh company, this Young Indian of Sonia Gandhi, and somehow they produce 50 lakhs from a company called Doltex in Calcutta, which when the enforcement directorate went said, ours is what is called as an entry company, or what you do is that you give them cash and they'll put you in an account. So 50 lakhs came from that, that's another separate investigation. But Motilal Vora went and spoke to the Congress party treasurer. That you can't recover this money, here's 50 lakhs, assign it to us. Now immediately the treasurer agreed. Guess who the treasurer was? Motilal Vora. So Motilal Vora went and talked to Motilal Vora and got this young Indian. Then having got this loan assigned to them, this debt assigned to them, Motilal Vora goes and talks to the National Herald Company Associated Journals, to the chairman of the board